Lam.
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 Sami Rangaswamy, please mute yourself. Now let's go on to 1 inch above the perineum, and this is the place behind where we urinate, and we do the sound VUM. And here you try to compress from front to back, and you hold your tip of your ring finger against your thumb. Take a deep breath in.
Vum.
VUM. Let's go on behind the navel, and here we are going to do the sound rum. And when we do rum, feel the abdominal area contract inward. We hold the middle finger to the thumb. Take a deep breath in.
Rum.
Rum. Rum.
Rum.
Rum.
Rum.
Rum.
Rum.
Rum.
Rum.
Rum. Rum.
Rum.
Rum.
Rum.
Now we bring our awareness in between the breasts in the middle of the body. And here we do the sound yum. Take a deep, and here when we do it, keep the index finger pressed against the tip of the thumb. Take a deep breath in. Yum. 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 Yum.
Yum. Yum.
Now let's bring our attention to the throat. Here we do the sound hum, and you keep the thumb up with a loose fist. Take a deep breath in. Hum. Hum.
Hum.
Hum.
Hum.
Hum.
Hum.
Hum.
Hum.
Now, let's come to the middle of the head. And here we will do the sound chum. And keep the thumbs up. Chum. Now, top of the head, we do Om. Again, thumbs up. Now let's go on to our happy face breathing, the Ujjayi Pranayama. For those of you who already know it, please proceed. For those who are new, close your eyes and observe your throat. It feels normal. Now with your eyes closed, make a big smile. When you make a big smile, you will be able to feel a slight stretch in the throat. Focusing on the stretch in the throat, inhale and exhale very slowly. And as you do that, feel like the air is rubbing along the throat. Almost feels like restricted breathing. But you do this both for inhalation and exhalation. In inhalation, you may feel the rubbing in the throat more better. In the exhalation, it may be slight, it doesn't matter. Just keep observing that. Vihang Patel, you may want to mute yourself. For those of you who are new, I'll show you how slowly you breathe with my hand up as I inhale and my hand down as I exhale. Continue. We are doing the Ujjayi Pranayama with the focus on the throat. Now let's go on to doing the mantra which we do usually, Haim Im Am. And there is a visualization that goes with that. Haim begins from the mid chest and Im Am goes to the top of the head. Haim Im Am, Haim Im Am, Haim Im Am. You feel the flow going to the top of the head. And you do this silently. You don't say it outside. So just mentally you're going high mem up.
It should be very fast or it is how?
It is each person will find their own rhythm, but there is no correlation with the breath. Don't do it with the breath. So now we can begin with our neck exercises. As we exhale, bring your head, your ear towards one shoulder. Inhale, come back. Exhale, go the other way. Now, as we exhale, we rotate as if you're looking over one shoulder, and inhale, come back. Exhale the other way. Keep in mind, when you do it with slow exhalation and slow movement, the impact is much higher. Okay, now inhale, take the head backward. Exhale, chin towards the chest. Now, as you exhale, bring the chin towards the chest, and then we begin 360-degree rotation. Inhale, half a circle. Exhale, the other half. Let's go in the opposite direction.
Okay, that's what you wanted? Maybe. That's what you wanted?
అంటే
Okay. Now let's go on to our shoulder exercises. We will do alternate shoulders. Inhale, lift up one shoulder, exhale, rotate it back. Inhale, lift up the other shoulder, exhale, rotate it back. Continue. Sami Rangaswamy, you're going the wrong way. We want to rotate from front to back, not back to front. Lift up the shoulder, take it back, rotate it back as you exhale and bring it down. No, you don't have it. You're doing it forward. That's better. Yes, perfect. Excellent. Now let's go on to the hand exercises. As you inhale, lift up the palm and separate out the fingers. Exhale, take the thumb in and a downward facing fist. Inhale and exhale. Okay, now make the fist and then rotate around the wrist, but keep the hand stretched out. Stretched out. Go the opposite direction. Inhale and exhale. Inhale and exhale. Okay. Elbows in line with the chest or with the shoulders. As you inhale and exhale, rotate around the wrist. The primary movement is around the wrist, but it is going to impact the palms and the fingers also. It is going to impact the elbows and it is going to impact the shoulders. Slow does it. With the breath. Inhale and exhale. Let's go backward. Inhale and exhale. Okay, interlock the fingers, bring it behind your head, and as you exhale, twist to one side, inhale, come back. Exhale the other way. Okay, now we do both shoulders together. Inhale, rotate the back, and exhale, come down. Okay, now cross your hand over one knee and then take the other hand behind and turn to one side. Inhale, come back, and exhale, go the other way. Okay. Now let's cross one leg over the other and hold the knee on the top with your interlocked hands. And as you exhale, pull. And turn your head to the same side as the knee you're holding. So pull and turn. Inhale, release. Exhale, pull and turn. Now let's cross the other leg. Get hold of your knee as you exhale, pull and turn. Okay. Now we can go on to our deep breathing, Bhastrika Pranayam. So for those of you who know how to do it, please continue. For others who are new, I'm going to show how you can do it in the gentle beginner's way. Keep your hand in the abdominal area. As you exhale, push and feel the abdominal area go in. And as you inhale, feel the abdominal area come out. And continue inhaling and feel the chest expand and the shoulder pull back. And as you exhale, feel everything go down and relax. So let's do that again. Inhale and exhale. So this is the essential practice. Inhale, full breath, and exhale, full exhalation. Now the same thing, once you become comfortable with this, as well as you have no shoulder issues or any other pain kind of problem, then in which case you can do this with your hand in a loose fist by the side of your elbows. When you inhale, feel the abdominal area come in, and as the chest fills in, lift up the elbows a little bit, and as the upper lung fills in, the shoulder stretches back, open out the palm, and you stretch backward. Inhale, make a loose fist, and then abdominal area, everything contracts, and then you go second time. So now we will all do this together. Let's begin. 1. Exhale. 2. Exhale. 3. Exhale. 4. Exhale. 5. Exhale. 6. Exhale. 7. Exhale. 8. Exhale. 9. Exhale. 10. Exhale. 11. Exhale. 12. Exhale. 30. Exhale. 40. Exhale. 50. Exhale. 60. Exhale. 70. Exhale. 80. Exhale. 90. Exhale. And 20. Exhale. Eyes closed, relax. Observe any sensations within you. Now let's go on to the second round. Loose fist. 1. Exhale. 2. Exhale. 3. Exhale. 4. Exhale. 5. Exhale. 6. Exhale. 7. Exhale. 8. Exhale. 9. Exhale. 10. Exhale. 11. Exhale. 12. Exhale. 30. Exhale. 40. Exhale. 50. Exhale. 60. Exhale. 70. Exhale. 80. Exhale. 90. Exhale. And 20. Exhale. Eyes closed, relax. Observe the sensations and let them slowly dissipate and die down. When they are fully gone, we will meditate with the sound of Om in the background. If you have a personal mantra, you can do it within yourself. Keep your awareness within and observe your breath. Now, before you come out of meditation, let's do one long Om, and then after that, raise your hands and bring it 6 inches in front of your eyes. And when you open your eyes, look straight into the palm of your hands. So take a deep breath in. Gently raise your hand and affirm to yourself, may I be guided to fulfill the purpose for which I am born. And with that as the thought, look straight into the palm of your hands as you open your eyes. So with that, we finish the session today at right on time. Now, if there are any questions, we have the next half hour.
Yes, doctor, I have a question. When I was rotating my head, I got dizzy.
Okay.
Yes.
So the thing is, now, have you had any of this kind of problems before?
I do have a blood pressure,
Okay.
but when I, sometimes I look at where up high to the sky or look at very down, many times I feel it. But now
Yeah.
it's,
I understand. Most likely, this has got to do with the baroreceptors, which are there in the carotid neck area. And what we should do is, let's have a separate conversation. This may actually be good news. If we can see whether there is some way whereby we can help with your blood pressure. I don't know whether you have any other issues. Blood pressure is the only thing?
yeah, blood pressure, and I have a thyroid also, which is I'm taking medicine like last 15 years, 16 years.
Okay, so that's fine. So we will talk separately.
Okay.
Now, Kiran Modi ji, would you like to introduce yourself?
Sure. Okay, so you know, Dr. Kiran Parikh and Mainakini, they are my friends. And they say, you should join this, it's really good. I said, okay. So last 10 days I've been doing this and I'm very happy to do this. I'm a senior.
Very nice. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you so much.
Such a pleasure. Thank you.
Jai Shri Krishna.
So anybody else wants to share anything?
Yes, sorry to bother you, but because of Corona problem, even if you have a meeting at I mean, because I have high blood pressure and I have had 2 heart attacks.
Hang on one second.
Like,
Velu Senthil, can you mute yourself? Yes, please mute yourself. Only then we'll make sure others can speak with clarity. Velu Senthil. Senthil? Velu Senthil. Bal Mukund, you may want to mute that person.
Happening. It's not happening, but that's fine.
And Jyoti Surti, you need to mute also. Okay, that's good. So, Saritaji, please go ahead and talk.
There is a blessing to him.
Somebody else is talking in between. Okay, Saritaji, go ahead. I let me hear you again. Unmute yourself.
yeah, okay. Now I did. Because of coronavirus and my history of 2 heart attacks and blood pressure problem, I may not be able to come to Wilmington meeting because of these reasons. And I'm wondering for the thyroid atypical cells, if you can please suggest some exercises I can start doing, because I'm afraid that it may not spread or become
No
worse.
problem. So what we should do is just send me an email and we'll fix a time. I'll see when I normally have this video based appointments from 3 in the afternoon. Okay. And so we will see how that goes. And on Thursdays, Saturdays, and Sundays, I've scheduled for morning appointments where I will see one person in person and in Maryland for now. Okay, so let me know. Okay, you mute yourself, Saritaji.
Sure. Thank you.
Okay. Now, is there anybody else who would like to share anything?
Hi, Dr. Rajan. This is Balagopal and Nima from Fairfax, Virginia.
Okay.
Can you hear me?
I can hear you. I'm trying to look for you where you are. There you are. I see you. Yes.
Hi. Thank you for your service. And we were introduced by Anila Vishwambran, who is also part of this group. I mean, I think we can reap a lot of benefits if you do this on a regular basis. But sometimes when I do the high minimum, I feel very sleepy. And I also have a lot of anxiety issues last 11 years. So I would like to, have a private, session with you, or maybe have, an appointment with you sometime.
Can you send an email? Then in which case I'll send you the forms to fill in before we get into the appointment.
Yeah, both of us would like to see. We have a lot of some medical conditions, so we would love it. We would like to see you, in person. Sure. So should we contact Bal Mukund?
Yeah, that'll be fine.
Okay, sure. Thank you. Thank you for your service. Thank you.
That's a pleasure.
Dr. Rajan?
Yes.
Whenever we do the first portion of the Ujjayi breathing, I start to yawn myself.
Yes. So?
So, am I not breathing out enough? So why do I yawn? No.
Oh. You see, what is something that people normally don't think about is, we all think when we breathe our air, breathe through our nose or mouth or whatever, that all of it goes to our lungs, right? That's what most people think.
Right.
In fact, there is a portion of the air that goes into your stomach, also your GI tract.
Correct.
Okay, so what happens is, anytime mouth-based breathing or exhalation or inhalation is taking place, it actually relates to the GI tract becoming more active on the air exchange. And so there may be some relaxation, something that is happening. And in any case, Ujjayi Pranayama stimulates the afferent nerves. So what is happening, I would guess, is that even nerve conductance is a product of the moisture as well as the air that surrounded that affect the nerve conductance. So from my perspective, for you to yawn, there is nothing wrong.
Mm-hmm.
Yawn away. Yes.
Dr. Rajan,
yes.
I just wanted to say, Jyoti Surti ji, you are going on unmute constantly. Do you have a question that you want to ask?
Yes. I want to
Right.
say it'd be nice if Narayan say, okay, it's all right to relax and you don't have to be so straight in this exercise. Because do I need to be straight throughout 1 hour?
The answer for you is the following. If you saw my mother who was sitting beside me all through these exercises over here, okay?
Yes.
My mother has a natural kyphosis, and it is largely, actually, it is not in the upper back. It's actually more in the hip and lower back. She goes like this a little bit, okay? Now, what happens is she's 91 years old. That is the best she can do, and she finds it very useful, revitalizing for the body and the mind and the spirit to be part of doing this. By the way, you saw her do in the afternoon now, but on her own, she does it every day in the morning. Okay?
Very good.
Yes. So the thing is basically, we have to work within our capacity. The key thing in yoga is you cannot do anything with stress in the system. Okay? Now, what happens is I saw one gentleman, when he was doing the Hai Mem he laid down on the floor. When you lay down, then what happens is your back becomes automatically straight. What is the importance of the back being straight? Okay, the importance of the back being straight is the central nervous system is communicating through the spine. And anytime your spine is not straight enough, then the communications can get disrupted. And so that is the major nervous system that is actually governing the energy requirements of all parts of the body. Okay? So what is happening is anytime you cannot keep a straight back, the level of vitality will be low. But on the other side, if you physically don't have the capacity to do that, like my mother's vitality system is not very, very great. Okay. So the part is what happens is you have to live within what is comfortable and workable for you. So I don't correct people all the time. There was one person who was when we were doing Ujjayi Pranayama, was actually moving the hand backward. And Avani directed my attention to that. But she was actually doing Ujjayi Pranayama and she was pulling back because she wanted to straighten her shoulder, which is okay. So in other words, what I'm trying to say is each person needs to work in their zone of comfort. Okay? And so
also, I appreciate because I'm sleeping better since I'm attending this thing. So
wonderful.
I think that's the greatest benefit to me right now, that I'm sleeping much faster and immediately, more or less. Thank you. Thank you very much.
Excellent. Thank you so much. I think Alka Batra wanted to ask a question yesterday itself. Sorry, we didn't,
Okay, thank you very much. Thank you for your attention. And I have the same question, having a little problem with the Ujjayi Pranayam. Like when I'm not too sure, like you were saying to do Haim, Him, Haim, Him, but when we breathe in.
Sorry, 1 second. I have a disconnect here. You're talking of Ujjayi Pranayam and you're talking of Hai Mim Am. How are they connected?
Hai Mimam. About Hai Mimam. I'm sorry, it's not Ujjayi, it's Hai.
Okay, that's fine. Yes, that's fine. Okay, yes.
In Hai Mimam, breathing in and out, when you're breathing in, you can't go from the bottom up.
Very simple. As long as you focus on your breath, you cannot focus on Hai Mim Am. I keep repeating, when you're doing mantras, except when we are doing the chakra vibration, where we do it with breath. Any other time when you are working with mantra, we don't involve the breath at all.
Okay. And
so right now, you're not even watching your breath. You're talking to me, right?
Right. Right.
So the same way, you don't even watch your breath. You're going Hai Mim Am, visualizing, going up over there, no problem.
And there is a second question. like when I'm doing the breathing exercises, I feel a lot of pain in between my shoulders and the back. And then I try to stretch it back more. And, but I have to make an effort. Seems like maybe I'm putting too much pressure in the breathing.
Yes, I think, but let's clarify something. When you're referring to breathing exercise, are you referring to the Bhastrika Pranayam?
That too, yes.
And
That,
which other?
and any other, like,
Ujjayi Pranayam is the other breathing exercise we did.
it hurts, like,
Sorry, when you do Ujjayi Pranayam, it hurts you?
Yes.
Okay, I want you to do the Ujjayi Pranayam now. Do it. Close your eyes, focus on your throat, make a big smile and feel the stretch in the throat, and slowly inhale and exhale. Do you feel the pain?
No.
Okay.
No. But
Now, yeah.
it could be, but it could be second thing that I have a arthritis on my neck and up.
All of that is part of it. But what is happening is, let me ask you another question.
Ji.
When you do the inhale and exhale, do you lift up the hand when you do the Bhastrika Pranayam?
Yes.
Okay, let's try that. And do you feel the pain come on? Inhale and exhale. Inhale and exhale. Do you feel the pain come on?
The pain on the neck only comes when I'm doing this and this.
Okay, so you lied to me. So the thing is, you said when breathing exercises are done, you get a pain. What really the pain you get is when you move your neck around, right?
I'm confused. Okay. I think I'm confused.
Okay, so that is why we need to kind of, hone down. And so that's fine. Okay, so the key part for you is, I know exactly what the issues are for you now that we have gone through. Make sure you don't go all the way like this when you exhale. Okay. So what you do is just go to the point of comfort and or just a little bit of stretch and come back as you exhale. And when you exhale, go this way, come back. So if you go more than a threshold, you'll get the pain.
Okay. Thanks for dealing with me. I'm sorry.
No, I'm used to this. I see all the people. That's why I keep to stopping you and questioning you more, right? So this is perfect. Okay. I'm so glad. Okay. You must ask the question and clarify it. But what happens is sometimes when there is confusion, we have to go through this back and forth to clarify what is the source of the problem. Okay.
Right. Okay.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Okay. Anybody else? Yes. Sushil Mehta. Yes. Question.
I have to share two good things. I started this exercise 3 weeks ago. I used to go at night 3 times for uranium. Now I wake up only 1 time.
Very nice.
And second thing, my wife used to have allergy in the morning when she wakes up. She has too much sneezing, watery eyes. She has to take the medication. Gone. Everything is gone.
Excellent.
So it's helping.
Well, the urination frequency of going to the toilet, I also experienced it about 14, 16 months ago when I started these sessions with Dr. Narayanan. So that's wonderful. It's somehow your trips from 3 to 1 is wonderful. It's a reflection of urogenital system is working better.
I have since you raised this topic, I'm going to share something which was in my mind. What was in my mind was related to both this urine as well as this diabetes. You see, all of these problems are complex problems. They are not singular. In the case of diabetes, poor sugar control is what is the external symptom. In the case of the urination, frequent urination is the symptom. But the causes can have a large different number of variations in the causes. So as I'm looking at more people, we are trying to identify what is the root cause and how to deal with it. Mr. Sushil Mehta actually has explained to me the one part of the impact of the urination is the control of the central nervous system and the afferent nerve sensitivity, which have nothing to do with prostate enlargement. There is another segment that has to do with prostate enlargement where people have urination issues. Okay, so now similarly in the case of diabetes, in the diabetes again there are multi-factors. Anybody with pancreatic weakness where it's not producing enough insulin, that is one set of issue. That's completely different from the set of people for whom there is insulin, insensitivity. In other words, what happens is in the blood there is enough insulin, but it is not recognized by the sugar molecules. So the sugar in the blood. So the thing is basically, how do you deal with this, this issue? Now, the sugar insensitivity happens for a wide range of reasons. Now, there is one separate issue, is the relationship with the afferent nerve insensitivity and the central nervous system insensitivity. For people for whom we have noticed, people for whom they have in the night before they go to sleep, 2 hours after their meal, they check their blood sugar, it looks normal. Then in the morning when they wake up, they take fasting blood sugar, it has gone very high. Anybody know how to solve this problem? Anybody here have that kind of observed something like that? Nobody here. Oh, okay. So Mr. Batra has, and that's about, and okay, Padmini has. Okay. If you notice that, what it speaks to is, it is essentially the liver which is holding a lot of sugar. In the nighttime, it relaxes and throws all the sugar into the bloodstream. This relates to afferent nerve insensitivity. If you do Ujjayi Pranayam every day before going to sleep and first thing when you wake up in the morning for 15 minutes, that part of it will disappear. So for pancreas insensitive, inadequate functionality of the pancreas, it's Kapalbhati. Now, similarly, now there is an entirely different issue. Yes, insulin resistance is what I wanted to say. Exactly. So the next level of thing that happens is, it is a much more complicated multifactorial thing. What happens is, when people don't have adequate sleep for a long period of time, people are running for their jobs, they wake up with the alarm clock and they are running out to job, and they live like this for a decade or two. And the lack of adequate sleep slowly weakens their immune system, or it corrupts the immune system. And it also adds stress. So the stress in the system is also affecting the immune system. So what happens is, over a period of time, the immune system has gone wrong. And now I'm actually experimenting with people for whom none of the other methodologies of diabetes, this thing is working, with how to regulate the immune system. And today I got the best result ever I have heard, but it is only a singular result, and I'm still waiting to see whether it is consistent. So I realized that a lot of people who had sent me to work with me on diabetes, I have not responded to all of them, because what happens is, I want to take one person at a time, because the same exercise for all is not going to work. Okay. So but two people with whom I have started working, actually one person is having an appointment on Sunday. The other person I started working with 3 or 4 days back. This person will, in postprandial, after 2 hours of meal, normal blood sugar that this person was getting would be anywhere between 180 to 210 on different days. And this had been the thing for many, many months. Consistently, that is what it was. Today, for the first time, it came down to 137. Look at the drop from, consistently it is in the 180 when it is good. How can it come down to 137? All I had the person do was, every day I told the person to do about 3 times a day, this 5 minutes of practice. And the thing I told her was, before you take the reading, do that 5-minute practice and then take the reading. And this is the drop that I have seen. So it appears like good news, but it has to be consistent, and I will need to see many more results before we can take that forward and share it with a lot more people. Okay. Sorry, somebody is laughing. Can chakra meditation and pranayam be practiced by people who have vertigo due to prolonged allergies? So this question for me is, yes, it can be practiced by people who have vertigo due to prolonged allergies. And remember, you're doing this seated. You're doing this practice seated. And so because you're doing this practice seated, it is not going to result in any loss of balance. And by the way, all pranayam and all of these techniques, we focus on you doing seated in a comfortable environment, right? So make sure, and particularly with the age group we are dealing with, make sure you're around the soft surfaces so that if you lean or something, you're going to be in the soft spot over there, okay? So that answers that person's question, okay? Okay. Now, yes, somebody was going to say something? Yes, go ahead, Mr. Batra.
Unmute me.
Yeah, I did.
Hello, Dr. Rajan. They talk a lot about laughter yoga. What effect it has on the CNR?
You mean CNS, right? Central Nervous System. Yes. Okay. I have not really had an opportunity to investigate that, so I cannot truly tell you. But my sense would be that it is stimulating the throat area, like many of our exercises are doing, and so that may be part of it. And the other part of it is also, there is a mental aspect in the laughing yoga. When the mental aspect is you're kind of letting go, which is the purpose of it. And we do let go over here in many ways. By the way, I've been watching this group over the last so many weeks. And what is very interesting for me to notice is the group as a whole has transformed to a degree where when we did about 7 or 8 ohms after the last part of the chakra vibration, everybody was already in a slightly meditative state. You know, you would have felt it after the 7 or 8 as many. And I do more Om only for that purpose. Okay. So and of course you notice that when we do the chakra vibration, we did very little in Swadhisthana chakra. Swadhisthana chakra, that is the sacral point. That is where it is the point of the self. If you don't adequately take care of yourself, that will be weak. Now, on the other hand, if you're excessively concerned and paranoid with yourself, then too it will be bad. But to be in balance where you're taking care of yourself, I found we only did it once over there and everybody was fine, right? So the thing is, you see, I'm beginning to find how much transformation is happening for the group as a whole. So we have, it gives me great joy to see this happen. And I have one more question that has come. When I do chakra vibration, the minute I start, my ears vibrate. I do this in the morning also. Does this tell me something? Previously, I have to do it for 5 times to get the vibration. Okay. So in other words, what is happening is when, this person, Venkatesh, is observing it in the ears. But what it is if you subtly observe, you'll find Venkatesh, and it'll start vibrating on the top of the head. So what happens is, the clearer the chakra, less number of times you need to do in order to feel the vibration come out to the top of the head, right? Okay.
Thank you.
And now there is somebody, yes. Somebody else, Suresh M, said, I have a question about chakra meditation. Do I need to inhale after each mantra for the next mantra? Actually, what you probably mean is, do you need to inhale before you say one mantra, whether repeatedly or the different mantra, right? And the
Yes.
answer is yes. The answer is yes. You see, unlike silent meditation, chakra vibration is vocal meditation. And essentially, it also involves focus. So with the breath, when you do it, it is more powerful. Yes. So you have to take a breath after each one. Okay.
Thank you. Thank you.
Okay. So it is 7 o'clock. So we will revisit and take more questions tomorrow. So let's end with a deep, a long Om. Take a deep breath in.
Namaste to all. See you tomorrow.
Thank you.
Thank you,
Namaste.
Dr. Rajan. Namaste.